Since the day we opened, the most frequent request we've gotten is for like a better, more compelling vegetable option. And I think up till now we weren't really able to do that. We didn't have the systems in place. We weren't ready for it operationally. We're pretty careful when we roll out new menu items. We don't do a lot of it. And this is actually the first time we've ever done a new entree equivalent. And we're calling it market vegetables. It's really delicious. It's butternut squash and cremini mushrooms, shishito peppers, and Tuscan kale sauteed in coconut oil. And it just tastes great. We feel really proud of it. In choosing the combination of vegetables, we wanted a couple of them to at least be seasonal. So we tried to find a green that we could, maybe it's kale now, maybe it'll be, Swiss chard later, the butternut squash for now, obviously a different like summer squash later in the season. We wanted to have that seasonality, and we just wanted it to taste great. That was kind of our only criteria at the end of the day. It's interesting how I think guests today are evolving, and it's not either or. I'm not either a carnivore or a vegan. And everyone's kind of maybe moving to that middle space where you're being a little more thoughtful, eating meat, but eating it more consciously and a little less often, and trying for more vegetables. And I think we feel like we're evolving that way personally, and we want our brand to reflect that evolution. So we're just excited to be serving really great vegetables. We think it's kind of the next step for food. The response from guests has been really positive. I think, like a lot of our guests have been really waiting for us to roll out a more compelling vegetable. I think people who maybe don't even think of themselves as vegetarians have seen it and thought it looked great and tried it out. Because, these days people are looking for more alternatives to protein and maybe eating meat a little less often. So it's nice to give our guests a different look and give them a little more variety in their rotation. So a couple months ago we made the decision to start going cashless and only accept debit and credit cards for payment. And that was really driven by seeing a couple of our competitors do it and being kind of envious of we knew it would be so much easier and simple to manage and would give us so much more time to connect with our team instead of counting money in the basement. And it would seem like maybe this was a possibility for us, and we tested it out downtown at our financial district location. The response was pretty much a non-event, which is what you're hoping for. And it felt like this was something we could do, and it would really pay dividends for simplicity and ultimately guest experience. I think what makes us different is scratch cooking, first and foremost. We just cook so much of every recipe we cook in our kitchen, and you can taste that in the food. I think just the depth of flavor and the freshness is really apparent. I think also we're a little cooler, maybe, a little more modern with our aesthetic, with our brand, with our design. And I think our service is a little more personable. When you're a small brand like we are, you can be a little more homey and have that kind of higher touch. And so we think, we should use our smallness as an advantage and really try and be more personal with each other and with our guests.